Hello. Where?
Yay,
Oh yeah, we
we're
don't see.
live.
Hello everyone.
Are we out here?
Live from Las Vegas.
We are. Can you see us all? Can someone in the comments say yes? We can see y'all.
Nate Dogg says
All right.
yes.
Never mind. We've already got confirmation. How y'all doing? Yes. So this is the band. We are Young the Giant, and we're so happy that you're here with us. We're actually at our rehearsal space. We're rehearsing in Vegas for a string of shows here for this fall tour to celebrate the release of our new record, American Bollywood.
And Act 3.
And Act 3 is coming out midnight Eastern. So, a few hours.
We're here actually at our
30 minutes.
We're in Vegas right
Oh,
now
is it
because
30
we have
minutes?
production rehearsals. We're here for 4 days
Few hours.
for this tour. We're going to Red Rocks next week, and we have the Beacon Theater 2 nights in New York and Atlanta and Chicago and LA. And so you're seeing a little piece of the stage setup here.
Yeah, I could do maybe a little viewing here. So, this is just a quick glimpse of where we're at so far. This was our first day of rehearsal, but yeah, in when are we? In 30 minutes, we're putting out the music video and the third act. But
We should go put it out. We should put it out.
the music video for the song Dollar Store. And so we just would love to hear any questions that you have about the record, about the band, about the third act. And I'll try to squint and see the questions, and we'll kind of answer them here.
So Cameron asked if we're bringing any Indian instruments with us on tour. And that's a great question. We have an auxiliary percussionist who's going to be coming on with us for select dates. His name's Neil Agarwal. He's an amazing tabla player, dole player. He does like tons of percussion, world instrumentation. And then we have string players as well. We're going to be a part of a few of it. So it's really, really exciting.
Let's see. There's a lot in here. Where did you film Dollar Store? It's giving Silvertongue in the Open video vibes.
The Dollar Store video was actually filmed at Bombay Beach as well. We did the first act. American Bollywood video was filmed in Bombay Beach. We also filmed the same video at the same time frame over there for Dollar Store.
And yeah, we are going to do in the open for probably most of these. There's 16 songs. 16 songs. I'm very tired. I've been awake since 4:30 in the morning. There are 16 songs, and some of them might not necessarily lend themselves to it, but we're going to try our hardest, our darndest to do in the opens for all of them. Is that my dad? You should read Shay's. Why don't you read it down?
Let's see.
Oh, that's Tiffany Jefferson. I'm just playing. You look like Jonathan.
Okay. Okay, so Shay G's.
Since American Bollywood is such a personal album with so many stories, did the emotion and context make it harder to write, or was it easier like it came naturally? I think it was both. I think it took it took a long time to want to be open enough to tell the story. It took a long time to want to share it with the idea and the concept with everyone. And then once we were all on the same page, and it came really naturally, and we were just really off to the races at that point. So it's both.
Yeah, I feel like once Samir brought the song American Bollywood to the band, the floodgates kind of opened with having kind of like a guiding, path for, what the record's going to be about. And I feel like that really opened up so much doors creatively and lyrically, and just really diving into, the deeper meaning. So I feel like it really helped the process come together.
So Arnesh, he's asking what Act 3 is about. So Act 3 is battles. We've already done Origins, we've done Exile. And it's, this whole thing is loosely based off of this Indian mythology called Mahabharata. And it's these 5 brothers, the Origins, who kind of grew up in this kingdom. They're princes to this kingdom. In the Exile, they're forced to leave their homeland for 13, 14 years. And then Battle, the third act, is when they come back to reclaim their right to the throne. And so we're going to, obviously at the outset of the release this evening, we're going to be, posting something about all the layers of what we think this is and what Battle really means to you guys. But it's so many things for layers for us as a band, for the world, for myself personally being Indian American, fighting for cultural identity, and for all of us internal battles and just like dealing with mental health. So it's a really exciting act, and it's just really, really surreal to finally be able to give it to you guys. I know we kind of pushed things back for you, but for reasons which we will not fully disclose. But that is, we're excited to finally share it.
What is each band member's favorite song from the new album? I really think it will change with time and shift, and just in terms of how the songs kind of, we play them live and time moves on. And but right now I feel a special connection to the Walk Home, which is on the second act. It just feels like there's some sort of soul in that song that I feel like someone described it that listened to it like it was like a warm hug or something like that, and I kind of like that.
I would agree with that.
We just started playing My Way. We just started playing pretty much all of these songs live. So it's interesting for them to take on a new life as a live arrangement when you spend such a long time. Like, everything is so meticulous, and you listen to it over and over again, and you overthink it, underthink it, and when you play it live, you recreate it every single time in the moment. So it's a cool way to sort of get a different perspective on these songs. So for me, actually playing My Way has been it was a song I really loved, being a part of the writing process for it. But playing it live, like, I don't know, it's given me a different appreciation for it.
Shout out to Mikey, the Violette.
Yeah,
Montreal, who's
a boy.
He's our creative director. Has been such a huge instrumental part of just all the art and everything that we've been doing, including the stage design, some part of it that you see right now.
Jake Pye, do you want to say your favorites real quick?
I like Commotion. It was a record that we wrote together through the pandemic doing our Song a Day project, and I'm glad we didn't let it kind of fall into the ether a little bit with just our discography of unfinished songs. And
so Jake, this is hot goss. Jake is disclosing that Commotion is in fact going to be on our.
Oh, someone did ask that earlier if there's another.
It's a good
another
one.
song.
It came out really. I think it's one of the most beautiful recordings on the record. It's
yeah, I really like
It's
that.
got a lot of texture and color to it, which I really like in recordings.
I'm really digging the track I Bite. It's kind of a journey.
It's what's on the it's on the third
Oh,
act.
it is,
You'll
yeah.
all see very soon.
Yeah, that's
it's
a
one of my
special one.
favorites. They jump around like the other guys mentioned, but I really like that one right now.
Yeah, we're very excited about this third act.
Last night I actually got the record, the vinyl tests, and my friends were over, and I was kind of like subconsciously listening, passively listening in the background. And my friend Jess actually was like, "What is this track?" And it was I Bite, and she was like, "This is like one of the coolest things I've heard you guys do." So
Yes, that's awesome.
hopefully you guys like it too.
I want to hear the test press.
So it's asking about what musical inspirations drove your creative process for making American Bollywood. Travis, Marcus.
What musical inspirations? I think for everyone it's like a bunch of different things, but I mean, overall, it was like trying to chart like the influence of like South Asian diasporic music on like psychedelic music, indie rock music, alternative and grunge music, and even like 70s sort of dance sort of throughout, so the influence throughout the decades. And so we've tried to chart that, and there's like a lot of surf rock involved, and we're talking about Bollywood, we're talking about like cinema, there's like a lot of spaghetti western stuff, we're talking about Morricone, and there's a lot of slide guitar, it's just like all over the place. It's just like the marriage of like film and music in a lot of ways.
Samir's mentioned it a couple times. We wrote the bulk of an album, before COVID and in the up sort of pivoting from it, but I think there were sort of some echoes stylistically that still were, maintained in the creative process. So like the whole old Hollywood and like, 60s French pop, and then like infusing that into the Bollywood and 60s like Indian psychedelia and stuff.
Serge Gainsbourg.
Yeah, Serge Gainsbourg.
So you can say it in
It's
American
really hard.
accent.
Yeah. Serge Gainsbourg.
Francois.
Someone,
Say quoi.
Maggie McBride asked, "What's your favorite venue to play at?" And
Hey, what is that noise? What's that?
it's
high-pitched
it's
noise?
it's
You
been
don't
in this
notice it
it's
the
been
whole
in this
day?
place the whole day.
No, I haven't really. I listen to everything so loud. I think
We're
I
in
just
a-
always have to.
We're like in a giant warehouse with a lot of HVAC going on and noises and stuff. So
There's a massive fan up there.
we'll try to be louder so you guys can hear us better.
Sorry.
I would say one of my favorite venues is a venue that we're playing in a couple days at Red Rocks in Colorado.
And we're also gonna have a live stream of Red Rocks too. So if you guys want to check
Mm-hmm.
that out, and it's actually really, it'd be a special show because it's the first show of this tour, and it's the first time we've played a lot of these songs. So if you want to watch us kind of like be on that tightrope of like being really uncomfortable and figuring out if we can play the songs, you should watch it.
So there's a couple people asking, some of our international fans. I saw earlier someone was going to watch the Red Rocks live stream from Japan, and there's people in Asia, different parts of Asia, and Brazil, and South America. We definitely have plans to come and see you guys at some point and play for you. I know we were
Oi,
supposed to be,
gente.
we were supposed to be in
Tudo
South
bem?
America right when COVID hit in spring of 20, right?
Let's see you.
Obviously, if that didn't shake out, we'll love to come in and play for you guys there. It's obviously somewhat of a challenge for us to do so, but it doesn't mean we won't, take on that challenge. We do plan on coming out, so we're not abandoning you. I promise. We'll make it work somehow.
Yes.
Impossível de esperar o Brasil. E
Francois' wife partner is
my wife
Brazilian.
partner.
Life partner and
Life
life
partner.
partner is Brazilian, and Francois is learning Portuguese. He's pretty good. So someone asked about Portland, Oregon.
Yeah, they've
Everyone's
been
asked about a
asking
lot
for
of
a while.
places.
Yeah.
What we'll tell you is that we have something exciting up there coming. We'll announce soon.
Someone said Capirinha.
Panama.
Let the drummer speak, lol. Hello from Panama. That's amazing. Okay. I'm to Vancouver Island. I would love to go to. Wow, someone asked
talk about-
about tonight, which is really a
Well, we were
good question,
discussing. We were
yeah.
talking about Serge Gainsbourg before, and everyone else would chime in. But it was like it's a song that kind of was able to bridge the gap between the previous record that we were writing and this record because it kind of encapsulates this moment in time. It was actually one of the song for me personally where it was like, I think it's a great song. I think the writing's great. I just don't know about it. And then I just think at the 11th hour, it kind of reared its head for me, and I was like, this is really special. So.
I think it's just. I think the chorus of that song is really, really special,
You
and
should speak a little louder.
I feel like the chorus of that song was written in a really cool way where, Fran, who, you may think plays drums, also doesn't play
he
drums.
really does not.
Also,
Just kidding.
also, a lot of us, most of us are, multi-instrumentalists, producers, so Fran brought in a guitar line, and, we kind of like wrote a song around this acoustic guitar line. And, within a day, we pretty much had an entire demo of Tonight. And, the production of that song, I think, really shines in this, like, very, Serge Gainsbourg, but, like, Frank Sinatra, old Hollywood, like, and, I think it's one of the most mature tracks.
I wrote the
on
guitar
record.
and Eric wrote the drums. So,
Yeah. There you go. But yeah, just I think it's my dad's favorite song. Shout out to Ernie.
Samir, Rodrigo Martinez is asking how meaningful is it to have your sisters sing along with you.
Oh man, yeah. My sister Sonia I can highly doubt that she's here right now. She's awesome.
She's got better things to do.
She's got better things to do. Yeah, Sonia is such a talented singer, and like unlike me, she's actually classically trained. And her and her fiance, Josh runs a record label, and do some really cool stuff. And to have her be on this, she's like the only feature. We normally don't really fuck with features for many reasons, but we feel like we're already at kind of a collaboration. But bringing her into this was so exciting. And we played a show, like a little tiny secret show in Venice, and she came on stage and was able to sing a few songs with us. She actually, unknown fact, well, I don't know if people know this that much, she sings with me on Tonight, but she also does like some falsetto work on Guardian Angel as well.
All right. What someone said, where does this upcoming album sit in relation to your discography? It feels the most conceptual. I think that's a really nice question.
Yeah, that's a great question. I mean, and I'm always answering the questions, but I think like for a group of 5 people who are all contributing in their own way to like a shared idea, it's really important to have a concept. Otherwise, you're just kind of like, you don't have an architecture. And like when we create something like this, and you can really like live in that world and like contribute to it, and we can like share the idea of what it is. And so that I think having a concept for us is like extremely important. And then in the way it relates to the rest of our discography, I honestly think in some ways you could almost see, I know this is for the people who are here. It's not for, but it's like every act on this record, which is 4 acts, is almost like the records before. So the first act is like the first album, the second act is like the second album, and so forth. Not necessarily sonically, but thematically, what we're going through as a band, what we're going through as people, and so it's almost like this unification of like our history in some ways.
Sorry, someone just keeps saying, "You guys got old. You guys got old." Like really, like so. And it says message retracted. Jose, we love you, dude. We're in our early 30s. We're not that old, but you know, maybe touring did something to us. But
this is also really great writing.
It's the worst
someone
lighting possible.
someone asked about the guitar tone on the walk home.
It's really the oldness, actually, that tone.
Yeah, so it's really just the old age and the wrinkles that, you know. But no, but something, if you're trying to like find that tone, or it's really not too crazy. It's really just like a big muff fuzz with some like reverb and delay. So really, if you just crank a big muff, you can get a big muff on reverb. They make a million clones of them that you could probably get one for $50. Turn it all the way up, layer it with 3 times, and add reverb and delay, and you're probably good to go with that tone. But yeah, anyway.
Sorry.
No, go for it.
What does the devil investor represent in the new song Frank Dollar Store?
I think you'll just have to listen to the song and listen to the lyrics. You have to listen to it in context. The song is on a video game, and we didn't realize it until later that they heavily edited and changed the song. So
They butchered it.
so it's like a very different version in actuality. So for even the people who've heard the song, it's different. Robbie asks, which music video was the most fun to shoot?
Which music video? Well, the most recent music videos.
The Madonna Inn was really fun
Yeah.
for all of us.
Yeah, that was fun.
We're all obviously California natives in some respect, and I think all of us have driven up to San Francisco with each other, with friends, and past Madonna Inn, wondering what that, I don't know, collective experience would be like to actually go into that place. And it was a trip. It was a really bizarre little postcard from a different time of it kind of captured the opulence that we were trying to kind of highlight in the American Bollywood story. And it was a strange one, but we loved it. Yeah, it was a good day.
yeah, everything else, like all the other things we shot were in Bombay Beach, and that experience was like it was delirium. It was like we shot multiple things there, like, and so having one video for one place was nice.
So Frito Bandito
Yes.
858 is asking, does Act 4 have any meaning, or number 4? I'm assuming it means Act 4. Have any meaning in Indian culture? There being 4 parts and 4 songs each.
I don't know, but it's not necessarily that. It's more about just the act structure of the story that's being told, which is the Mahabharata from this massive Indian epic, the Bhagavad Gita, and it's told in 4 acts, and so we figured that would be exciting to tell, and it's that's what I did.
Let's see. What inspires you guys to write, or what inspires you guys most to write new songs? How do you know when a song idea is worth pursuing? That's a really good question. I think personally, so many things inspire us to write. We try to write. Over the years, we've kind of tried out different styles of writing. Whether that's all in a room together jamming, or trying a new kind of style of lyricism, building a song from a groove or a beat or a rhythm versus building a song over starting the spark with a guitar part or a more melodic part. So it's really just like approaching it, trying to approach each song with a fresh mind and with open ears. And I forget the second half of the question. What inspires us most to?
It's okay. You're an old
Just
man.
say yes.
But
Yes.
but yeah, I mean, for this particular record, it really felt like, looking back on the album now, you can really see every style of writing that we've kind of ever explored on this record, and we even pushed some of those boundaries. So I think it's just comes up with a really kind of fun listening experience, because there's not really one way that we do right. We do have kind of multiple ways that we go about it.
There's a lot of questions about the open. I know we kind of touched on that earlier, right? Maybe
Yeah.
we can just reiterate. People are asking if we're going to do an indie open record, or do indie open versions of songs on this record. And yes, we will do that
At some point.
at some point.
Yes, absolutely.
We are contractually allowed to.
Absolutely.
This is true. Also, someone asked,
Symbols.
someone said a comment, Wake Up deserves a music video. And fun fact, we actually did have a music video. We had like 12, 15 edits of that video. And it just didn't feel right, so we just didn't put it out.
But down the road, at some
It might
point,
come out.
it might come out.
So,
There's a lot of nudity.
Someone's asking about
Oh my God.
this is a good question. Someone's asking about the significance of the symbols for the 4 acts, and I think that's something that we should help explain.
Extrapolate.
Yeah, so I mean, the Origins Act is an egg, which is the origins of birth and life. I would have to really say this that much. I mean, then exile is the trees, is the forest. The Pandavas in the Mahabharata, they were exiled into the forest. The 3rd act is a chakra, which is like a very iconic battle instrument used in old Indian mythology, which like is a very difficult thing. I don't really understand how they do it. They spin it around the finger and then toss it. It's like a frisbee discus with your finger. It's deadly. And then the 4th act, we haven't even put it out yet, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know,
Someone
I
asked
think we
me
should
if I'm
leave it.
high.
No, it just tired.
But people have been asking. I just have giant eyelids. So even before I smoked weed when I was like in high school, just like a freshman, teachers always thought I was showing up in class stoned. I'm not. I'm just exhausted. I have a 5-month-old baby, and she just is. She's intense. She's very.
What is the tower on the album cover represent?
Oh, it represents
monolith.
this cool thing that we found in the desert.
It means whatever you want it to mean.
Yeah. It's
Okay,
provocative.
well,
in the-
no.
in the
I have a
logic.
better answer. Okay, so I don't know if you guys heard. It was, what is the tower, the obelisk, on the album art represent? And there, so if we go back to ancient Egypt and beyond,
Beginning of man.
in
Chapter 1.
Did you know?
there were obelisks placed in front of a lot of like tombs and crypts, and the obelisk is supposed to signify the kind of like the beacon or like transition point between the life and afterlife. So it's kind of like this, and there's a lot of themes in the record of like east meets west and kind of like being in two places at once and all of that. So that's my interpretation of it.
I think it's also. I think it's also the.
Yeah, everyone has their own.
No, I love
That's
that.
just my interpretation.
I
You guys
love
take-
that, and I love the reflection that
Yeah.
you're not just getting the image of us standing in front of this obelisk. It's the reflection, the full reflection as well, and speaking on what American Bollywood is about and being kind of between two cultures. There's that kind of reflectiveness. I don't know. Yeah.
I think a thing, but I'll let it for you. You guys think about it. Professor Pine.
I'm just trying to give a good answer. Fuck.
There will be vinyl. There will be vinyl. Like Jake said earlier, and we just got some test pressings. Vinyl should be out probably spring of next year.
We worked really hard actually with Mikey, who was on the chat earlier, to this. I mean, on the 10th anniversary of the first record, Eric did an incredible job of putting a really good 10-year anniversary deluxe edition out, and I do think this package might even beat that one. But it's
I hope so.
it's really special. We spent a lot of time on all the artwork.
Yeah, it's really.
We were like, I think we've decided not to do a CD because does anyone have a CD player? But we're like, what if we did cassette tapes? Would anyone do a
Everyone has
cassette tape?
cassette.
Because everyone has a cassette tape, right?
Who would you
Like-
say? Would you rather have a cassette or a CD?
Just sad.
Okay,
Got
no.
that magnetic warmth.
Potatoes are delicious. Oh, Pime said that. All right. Well, neither. No one wants a cassette. Cassette. CD.
Potato on
CD.
your
CD.
head.
Wow, a lot of people. CD. More CDs. It looks like.
All right. Well, shit.
Y'all. Okay.
We're
So,
doing vinyls.
Also, we have one of our management team behind us. He's just checking everything, making sure everything's okay. Nate, say hi.
Hi there.
This is the space that we are in right now.
There's 200 million people on our live stream.
What's up?
Minus 199,965.
Well,
All right. Well,
It's almost-
someone said Israel said NFT.
Oh, Eric can tell you all.
Don't know about that.
So it stands for non-fungible token.
Stop.
No, stop.
Stop. All right. So I'm gonna just put it out there. Give us the best question ever. Shoot us with some of the best questions ever. Just the
please stop.
deepest.
Or let's see what else we got. People are
No, who plays tabla? Samir mentioned earlier our friend Neil, who we met actually through the band Lord Huron, who's a really great band, who's out in LA now. They connected us with this amazing percussionist.
but the percussionist actually tracked on the record. Her name is
Yeah.
Meena Makijani, and
Yeah.
she's amazing tabla player and dole player, and she even did some classical Indian dance, Bharatanatyam dance, and we recorded the bells on her ankles, the ghungroo, and so she's shout out to Meena.
Man, there's a lot of questions. coming
Yeah, this is awesome. Thank you all for.
What is the grain of beneath Samir's shoe represent on the album cover? Oh my
Oh.
gosh, sir! I don't even think I.
Wow.
I don't
The
think
grain.
The grain. I have to. I don't. That was intentional. Though. I'll tell you that. I have no idea.
Samir, has having kids changed your view on music or style?
On style, I'm becoming more daddish, I think.
You got that
No.
dad butt on lock.
Got the dad bod. But I don't know. In terms of my view on music, my son, I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna do like kid music. Really, I'm just gonna show him stuff that, you know. And so it's funny because he likes Young the Giant a lot, and he listens to the new record, and he's a toddler, so that's all he wants to listen to, and so it's embarrassing because we're playing the music all the time. So when people come over, they think I'm just playing my own music, which I would never normally do. But he's like literally will have a tantrum if I don't play it for him. So that's that. And then he will always also say Radiohead. He's just like really into Radiohead. He likes In the Basement a lot. So I mean, it hasn't really much. I mean, it's just more like seeing music through his eyes and ears.
Okay, we ready for
Yeah.
the
We're
starting,
premiere, I
y'all.
guess?
Yeah,
Oh, damn.
ready to
Okay.
go.
Yeah.
Love you
We've
all.
been here
Thank
on
you,
enough.
guys.
Ricky, I can't eat calamari without having a grin on my face, so I'll answer your questions. but-
Calamari, safari.
Oh, end stream. All right, we love y'all. Thank you so much
Have
for
fun.
coming.
Be safe.
Enjoy the video.